Is glute amnesia real, meaning your glutes won't turn on or they're weak? And is it even possible for this to cause low back pain? Well, buckle up, because chances are high that everything you've been told
is a lie.
My name is Dr. Grant Elliott, and we've helped thousands with back pain and sciatica fully recover through our one-on-one online coaching program. And in this episode, I'm going to tell you the truth about whether or not your glutes are involved with back pain and how to fix them. So first, let me paint this picture. You get back pain. You go to your local PT or chiropractic clinic. They tell you your glutes won't turn on. You have glute amnesia. What would this actually look like? If your glutes did not turn on, you would not be able to walk. You would not be able to squat. You would not be able to literally move. Your glutes are totally responsible for the stability and movement of your legs, and you would not be able to function if your glutes could not turn on. So if you can walk or squat or do anything, then your muscles are turning on. They're activating just fine. The only way a muscle wouldn't turn on is if the nerves were detached. So unless a surgeon went in and snipped one of your nerves, your glutes are turning on just fine. So maybe the argument is you just can't connect with your glutes as well, or maybe you're not activating them as good as you should be. This could possibly be true. And we have 2 exercises for you today to help you connect with your glutes and strengthen them in a more unique way. So be sure to stick around to the end of the video. Now, if weak glutes caused back pain, then anyone with strong glutes would not get back pain, right? So pretty much anyone who exercises their legs, squats, or deadlifts should not get back pain. But this population still suffers from back pain just like everybody else. We've had elite weightlifters, powerlifters, strongmen join our program with back pain who are told they have weak glutes, but yet their glutes are probably stronger than 99.9% of the entire population. So on this premise alone, it just doesn't make logical sense. However, there are studies that show that individuals with low back pain often have a weak glute medius on the same side of their back pain. One study that analyzed 2,000 people, half with back pain, half without, found that those with back pain had less strength and more trigger points in their glute medius compared to those without back pain. But we need to think about this. Let's pretend like you just sprained your ankle and you were asked to flex your calf muscle. It would be difficult, right? Because this muscle interacts with the region that is in pain, and pain makes it difficult to use the area that is in pain to protect it from further injury. This doesn't mean your calf is weak. It just means your ankle hurts. So when we see these studies that show that people with low back pain have weak glute medius, this is likely purely correlational, as people with back pain are often less active, therefore exercise less and have less strength. Or someone with back pain just stopped working out because they're in pain, and now their glutes are weaker because they're not using them. It's really very simple. But there are no studies that prove that weak glutes cause back pain. So there are really only 2 options for people who are told that weak glutes or glute amnesia is the reason for their back pain. 1, just completely ignore everything you were told because it's entirely inaccurate and likely completely irrelevant to your situation. Or 2, perhaps glute and hip stability with certain tasks are increasing your back pain, and you have a hard time controlling this region and therefore maintaining stability in the lower back. Well, I have 2 exercises to help you better connect with this region so you can improve the strength and stability of your hip and glute region. Hey, real quick, I know you're struggling with pain and obviously want to fix it. So if you just text me the word pain to 317-751-9509, I'll send you my free back pain fix demo. Just text that number and you can fix your pain. Thank me later. Back to the show. The first is our knee airplane exercise. This is a regressed version of the standing airplane, which is quite difficult. So for this version, which I really like actually, you're gonna be on the floor on all fours. Your hands, however, you're going to place on a couch, bench, or chair directly in front of you. And now you're going to extend one leg straight out as if you're performing a bird dog movement, as to put all of your weight on the leg that you wish to target the glute of. Now, while holding onto the chair or couch in front of you and having your opposite leg fully extended, you're going to rotate your pelvis. You're going to rotate it down towards the floor, rotating towards the floor as far as you possibly can to feel a stretch on that hip that is connected to the floor. And then you're going to rotate the opposite way, rotate the opposite hip towards the ceiling and squeeze that glute. You're going to alternate this back and forth. This exercise is extremely good at helping you improve the control of your hip, the mobility of your hip as you learn to isolate it and rotate in and out as far as you possibly can, expanding that that range of motion, while also strengthening the glute med and all the hip stabilizers in that region. Now, the second exercise is our side plank clamshell. You're going to lay on your side as if you were going to perform a traditional clamshell movement. However, we all know that that's not a very effective movement. Unless you're in a lot of pain and you have to regress, I understand. But on this variation, instead of raising the top leg in a clamshell motion, you're actually going to push the bottom knee directly into the ground as you pick your whole body off the ground, driving through the glute med, while at the same time then rotating the top leg up in the traditional clamshell fashion. This is a great low back stability movement because you're using your QL. It's kind of like you're holding a side plank while also using that glute med tremendously. And you're going to feel a really solid burn as you perform this. You can increase the intensity of this movement by simply putting a band around the knees so you pry the band apart as you lift the hips up. You're going to feel the glutes scream even more with this. These are great exercises to put as part of your warm-up before you do a leg day or running, or as accessories to your existing strength training routine. These exercises will not cure glute amnesia because that doesn't exist, but they will help you improve your connection with your glutes and strengthen your hip stabilizers. Now, to be totally honest, yes, a lot of people will see improvement with these exercises, but not many of our online clients were able to fully resolve the root issue with this alone. So if you want to dive deeper with me and actually get a structured plan to healing, I've got something for you. Just text me the word pain to 317-751-9509 to get a tailored plan to permanently fix your back or sciatica issues using our centralization process. This will give you this step-by-step process you're looking for to finally fix your pain. And for those of you who actually follow through, I'm proud of you for taking action on your health. Please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, join my private Facebook group, RehabFix Low Back Program, for more free content, resources, and guides. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.